In this video, I am going to show you how you can host your first website on a VPS server. If you are new to this YouTube channel, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button, give me some like, and also make sure you leave your comment at the comment section. Now, if you want to learn how to create your own SMTP that can send bulk emails like 50k, 20k of emails, I have a course on Udemy that will teach you exactly how to do that. I'll leave the link at the description and also at the first comment. Right, now let's get into it. I am assuming you have already bought your VPS server. If you don't know how to buy a VPS server, I have a video I've created. I'll leave the link at the description. Go and check that video out. First thing we need to do is to log in into our VPS server. Now we can do that using an SSH client like PuTTY, Bitwise, or command prompt. You can also use the terminal if you are using Mac or any Linux distro. Right, so for the purpose of this video, I am going to use command prompt. Right, this strategy you can use it on Linux and Mac OS through the terminal. Right, so all you have to do is just do a quick search CMD over here, then make sure you run as administrator. It doesn't really matter though. Right, so all you have to do is just type SSH, then you give space, then the username of your VPS server. If you followed my video on how to buy your first VPS, then the username is going to be root. So you just type root, then you add your IP address of the VPS server. So I'm just going to right click to paste it, then enter. All right, so you just have to type yes and enter. Then you enter your VPS password. I just copied mine, so I'm just going to right click and press enter. So as you can see, I've been able to log into my VPS server. So I'm just going to use this command to clear the screen. Right, the next thing we are going to do is to update and upgrade our system for security reasons. Right, so I'm just going to type sudo apt update. Then I'm going to use this tool. Okay, then upgrade. Then I'm going to use -y. So what I mean is that I am going to use the administrative access, okay, to update and upgrade my system. And whenever there is a question that demands yes or no answer, you should answer yes. So that's what it means. So I'm going to press enter. So as you can see, it is updating and upgrading. So I just have to give it some time. So as you can see, the update and upgrade has been done. So I'm going to clear the screen with this command clear. All right, good. The best thing to do is to create a new user, right? It is not always advisable to use the root user to host your website, right? So we are going to create a new user, right? So that will be sudo, then add user, then the name of the user. All right, so I'm going to use Sasmedia over here. So that will be the name of the user, then press enter. So now it is asking me to enter my password. So I'm going to use admin 123, again admin. All right, so it's done. So I'm going to just name it Sasmedia. Everything. I'm going to just press enter, press enter, press enter. And is the information correct? Yes. All right, so now we have been able to create our new user called Sasmedia. The next thing to do is to add this new user into the sudo group. What we mean is that we want to give the administrative permission to this new user so that this new user can be able to host website, delete stuff, change a whole lot of things that is really necessary for the purpose of this video. If you're a sudo user, you are using this as an admin or as a root user. You understand? You have all the permission to do whatever you want. So we are going to change this Sasmedia into a sudo user, right? So we are going to use sudo, then you are going to type sudo mode, user mode, sorry, then space, then small a and capital G and the name of the user, which is Sasmedia, and press enter. Oh, sorry, I forgot to add sudo, so there should be a sudo here. All right, so sudo over here, then press enter. and you can see nothing happened, right? So it has been added. So first we need to check if that user has been assigned with a sudo permission, right? Before that, we need to switch to the new user. So we are going to just type su then space dash space, the name of the user will be here, which is Sasmedia, then press enter. So as you can see, we have now switched to the new user, which is Sasmedia. You can see here was root and it has now moved to Sasmedia, right? Good. So now we need to test if this has a sudo access, right? So we are just going to type sudo who am I, right? Then enter. And yes, we need to enter our password, which is admin123, I guess. All right, so as you can see, the result is root. That means this new user is having the root permissions, the root access. Okay, so that's administrative access. So first of all, we updated our system, we created a new user, and now we have switched to the new user. Okay, we added the user to a pseudo group and now switch to it. So now I'm going to just clear the screen. Now we need to install our web server, but before that we need to create a host name, right? So I'm going to type sudo host name ctl set host name, then space and the name of the host name. Now the name of the host name should be the name of your domain. All right, so let's say we can use something like server dot then the name of your domain. So let's say my own is smartvatepro.com. so that will be my host name, right? So I'm just going to copy this, then I'm going to just right click over here, then I'm going to press enter. So now it has been set. So I'm just going to type host name, and you can see the host name is server.smartvatepro.com. Good. Now we need to replace the old host name in the config file, right? So we are going to use sudo access, then space, then nano test editor, then space, then we are going to type etc, then host. All right, so sudo nano, which is the test editor, and the location, then I'm going to press enter. All right, so we have used the nano test editor to open the host file, right, located in the etc directory. So I'm going to use the arrow key on the keyboard to come down, right? So I'm going to delete from here. All right, yes, and I'm going to enter my host name, which is server.smartvatepro.com, right? Then space, then the first name of the host name, which is server in my case, right? Then control plus O, then enter to save, then control plus X to exit. Then I'm going to clear the screen. I'm just going to restart the server with this. So sudo systemctl restart ssh. I'm going to press enter, and I have restarted it. So I'm going to clear the screen. Right, so now we are going to install our web server, and we are going to use the Apache 2 for this video. So I'm going to just type sudo apt install Apache 2, then space -y. All right, we are going to use this to install the web server. So press enter and wait for the installation to be completed. All right, so now as you can see, the installation has been completed. So what we are going to do now is to visit our IP address in the browser to find out if the Apache 2 has been installed successfully, right? So I'm going to open my browser now. So this is it. You just have to paste it. Make sure you are adding http/ to your IP address, okay? Then I'm going to press enter. So as you can see, Apache 2 default page. So that means we have been able to install our Apache web server. All right, so now we need to add our website content, our website files. All right, so if you have already written your code, if you are using a PHP script, if you are using any script at all, or any website content at all, we need to add it to our VPS server. Now we can do this using the terminal or the command prompt that we are using, or better still, we can use an FTP client or like FileZilla, right? So for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to walk you through the command prompt very shortly, then we move on to FileZilla, right? Good. So we can add our website into this directory, okay, which is var then www, right? So that's where we can add our website file, because this particular page that we are seeing is this HTML over here, right? So let's visit this directory. I'm just going to copy this, then I'm going to just type cd, then I'm going to paste it, then enter. Then we are in that directory. I'm going to just type ls, then enter, and you can see this is the okay, it's also a directory, right? So let's see, cd html, right? So yes, it's also a directory, and let's type ls and enter, and this is the page that we are seeing over here. Okay, so if you want to host our website, all we have to do is we have to add our content over here. You get it? So if your website content is on GitHub, it is very simple. You just have to git clone from GitHub, then just that's all, you're good to go. If it is on your computer, you just have to move it from your computer to the VPS server. For the purpose of this video, I am going to use an FTP client, right? But if you want me to show you how to use the command prompt for that, just leave it at the comment section and I'm going to attend to that, right? So which FTP client that we are going to use? We are going to use FileZilla. So I'll leave the link of this client, okay? So at the description, just click on it and you'll be redirected to their website so you can download it. Okay, so I've already downloaded it. So I'm going to open FileZilla. So I am going to log in into my VPS server on the FileZilla app, right? So I'm just going to enter my IP address over here, username, the password of the newly created user, right? And the port should be 22, right? So I'm just going to fill in this information shortly. So my IP address, Sasmedia as my user, admin 123 as my password, and the port is 22. Then click on quick connect. Yes, just click on OK, and boom, yes, we have been able to log in into our new user, right? Good. So now we need to move back, so I'm just going to close this, open it again, scroll down till I see var, just click on plus over here, scroll down till you see www, right? So I'm just going to, all right, so that's it. So you can see this is the HTML folder, right? So I'm the directory, okay, that we access through the terminal or the command prompt. So I'm just going to double click on it to open, and this is our file. So I'm just going to delete this. All right, so trying to delete this has given us some error, right? So permission denied. So what we are going to do is we are going to use the command prompt to delete it. Okay, yes. So I'm just going to open the command prompt and I'm going to just type in this command, which is sudo remove, which is rm remove, then the location of the file, which is this one, right? So I am going back over here and I should refresh and it should be gone. As you can see, it is no more there, right? So I'm just going to drag this from this side to this side. So what you are seeing at the left side over here is from my computer. So let me explain how this works, right? So now at the very top, you can see it says local site, and this is the remote site. So the remote site section, from this section to this section, is your VPS server, and from this section, local site, to this section, the file name section, is your local PC. You understand? So whatever you're seeing there is on my computer, so I can just drag it to the VPS server. You get the point? All right, so I'm just going to drag from here to this section. All right, so it says success. All right, so yes, so immediately it gets transferred and it gets deleted. So what we are going to do is that we are going to give a permission to our new user that we created so that it can do that, right? So let's go back to the terminal or the command prompt and let's paste this command, which is sudo change ownership, all right, which is Sasmedia to Sasmedia, and that is it, right? So now we can successfully drag. So let's just refresh both sides, right? Then let's drag again. So as you can see, it has been sent successfully. I can refresh and you can see it is still there, right? So if you just drag and paste and it is not working, just use this command, right? And make sure this is your username and this is also your username, right? Good. So now we are done. So I'm just going to visit the IP address again. Let's refresh and you should see. All right, so as you can see, it is showing us the raw code, right? The reason why it is showing us the raw code is that our web server has not installed PHP, and this is a PHP file. If it is .html, it would have worked, but because it is PHP, we need to install PHP. So it is treating our PHP file just like a raw or plain text, right? So we need to go and install our PHP on our VPS server, right? So let's go back here and let's paste this. All right, so I have this. So sudo, first of all, we need to update our system. So sudo apt update, then enter. Then we need to install the PHP. So you are going to use this command. So sudo apt install PHP, which is library on in Apache 2 mode. All right, and the dash yes is to tell it that whenever it sees a yes and no question, you should just answer yes. So I'm going to press enter and wait for the PHP to be installed. All right, so now it has been installed. So we need to restart our Apache server. So we are going to use sudo space system ctl then space Apache 2. Before that, there should be a restart over here. Restart, then space, then press enter, and it has been restarted. So let's refresh once again. All right, so as you can see, we have moved from raw code to a 500 error, right? So this can happen if our PHP script is broken or the PHP is not connected to Apache server, right? So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to create a test PHP file to test if my PHP code or script is broken, right? So back here, I'm just going to right click here. I'm just going to click on create new file. Then I'm going to just name it test.php. Then okay. Then you can see it has been created. So I'm just going to visit my IP address. Then I'm going to add /test.php. Then enter. So as you can see, it is clear, it is working. That means that PHP code is broken, right? So the problem is not from the installation we have made. The problem is from my script. So this is how you can, host your website. So we can use something very simple. Let's see, I have this HTML. I'm just going to drag the HTML over here. All right, so if I want to access the HTML itself, I just have to change the name from dashboard to index.html. Okay, index, then enter. Right, good. Then I just have to go back. All right, and you can see the page is now working. So this is a simple HTML page that we added. So you can check my IP address over there. Maybe I might cover it though. So this is basically how you can host your first website on a VPS server. Right, so what we did in this video is we talked about buying a VPS server, where I told you I've already made a video on that. I'll leave the link at the description. Go and check it out. And I also showed you how you can access your VPS server using either an SSH client or command prompt, and also the terminal if you are on any Linux distro or Mac. Right, we also created a new user. We added the new user to the sudo group. We switch from the root user to the root user. Then we installed the Apache server. After installing the Apache server, we logged into our VPS server through the FileZilla. Then we uploaded our files, right? Then we had a little issue with our PHP, not knowing after installing the Apache server we did not install PHP. So because of that, we cannot host a PHP website on our server. So we went ahead and installed a PHP. We installed PHP on our server, our VPS server. Right, and we hosted our website, and we can clearly see that our website has been hosted successfully. Now, the next thing we need to do is to connect our VPS server to our domain name. We need to connect our IP address to our domain name so that we can visit our website through the domain name, right? So my domain is on Hostinger. So I'm just going to visit Hostinger. All right, so this is Hostinger, and this is the DNS manager for the domain, right? smartvidpro.com. All right, so I'm just going to scroll down till I see the A record. All right, so this is it. It is pointing to this particular IP address. So I'm just going to edit it, and I'm going to add my IP address, right? So I just copied my IP address, and I'm just going to delete whatever is inside this, and I'm going to Ctrl+V to paste my IP address, and I am going to click on update. All right, so now we have pointed our domain to our VPS server. We just have to wait for a while so that it will reflect. So sometimes it can take up to 48 hours for the domain to fully propagate. So you can keep on testing. Right, so I'm just going to refresh and see if it is going to work. So Smartvid Pro, let's see if it is if it has been connected successfully or propagated. So it is still on process, right? All right, so I got this. You can see our check-in and .com refused to connect, right? Let's see something. Let me just change the HTTP because there's no. All right, yes, so I just removed S from the HTTP because we have not installed any SSL certificate on our domain or in our VPS server or on our website, right? So because of that, we cannot use HTTP. So that's why we saw that error. So when I change the HTTPS to HTTP, now it is showing our website, right? So our domain has been connected successfully. Now the next step is to install our SSL certificate. We need to protect our website. So we are going to use Let's Encrypt to install an SSL or TLS certificate to our website. All right, so I have this command over here. So sudo install setbot. I'm just going to copy that first of all. So I'm going to open my command prompt. I'm going to paste it over here. So this is it. So sudo apt install setbot. Mostly whenever I see dash after copy, I just delete it and add my normal dash. Sometimes you might see it as a dash, but it will mean a different character. So this is what we are going to type into the command prompt or the terminal. So sudo apt install setbot python 3 setbot nginx. All right, so this is for nginx. All right, so we need to change the nginx to Apache because we are using Apache. So Apache over here. All right, then press enter. So as you can see, it is installing our SSL certificate. All right, cool. So the next thing is to connect our domain. So we are going to copy this command over here. All right, copy this command and we are going to paste it over here. Then we are going to do some changes over here. Okay, so first of all, we are going to change the nginx over here to Apache. Make sure it is there because what I'm going to add to the note for you will be Apache, right? So I'm just then I'm going to change my domain, the domain over here to my domain name pro. Then then this side should also be smartvid pro. All right, so now sudo setbot Apache then dash d. Yes, I'm going to replace all the dash because I don't trust word, right? Sometimes they'll give you a different character in place of dash, right? Yes, so I'm just going to delete all the dash. I'm going to replace that with my own dash, right? So that's it. So Apache dash d smartv.com dash d www.smartv.pro.com, right? So I'm just going to press enter and wait for it to finish. So it says I should enter my email address, which I'm just going to do that. Enter. All right, so it says please read the terms of service, right? We have already read it, so just type yes, then enter. If you want to read it, that's your own cup of tea. Another yes, another Y for yes, then enter. So as you can see, account registered, requesting a certificate for SmartVate. So it says some challenges have failed. Ask for help or whatever. The failure means that the domain has not fully propagated. Even though it is working, but it is not fully propagated. There should be some exchanges, some connections at the background. So just wait up to 24 hours or 48 hours, then come and install your SSL certificate, right? So this brings us to the end of this video. So in this video we learned how we can install our website on our new VPS server. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like this video. If you have any question or suggestion, just leave it at the comment section. And don't forget, I have a course on Udemy that teaches you how you can create your own SMTP server. Make sure you check it out, the link at the description and also at the first comment. Let's meet in the next video. Bye bye.